Right now, I'm joined with Willbanks from Save the River. We talk about the Great Lakes, but we never really hear about the St. Lawrence Seaway. Why is it important to know more about that?
Well, first, let me take a little correction. It's the St. Lawrence River.
Okay.
It became a seaway 50 years ago when we put structures on it to control the flows. So for 10,000 years of its history, it was a river, and we like to keep it, the natural part, in there. But it's important because we're here at a conference celebrating the Great Lakes. All the maps, everything around us shows those Great Lakes. But the river that drains it is the St. Lawrence River. So everything that flows through the Great Lakes flows past my door where my office is. When you flush a toilet in Superior, sooner or later it comes to us.
And why are water levels in the the St. Lawrence River important?
They're important because for the 10,000 years the river has existed, it developed natural flows, highs and lows, in tune with nature and the supplies that came out of the Great Lakes. And all the creatures, from the fish in the water up to the First Nations and American Indians who lived there, developed a rhythm with it. 50 years ago, we dammed it, and we completely changed that rhythm, basically based on plastic models, very large, but plastic models that they poured water into to try to determine what a natural flow was. They got it wrong, and as a result, we've lost 64,000 acres of wetlands along Lake Ontario and the river. Northern pike, which is an iconic top predator species that sort of gives you a sense of the health of the ecosystem, their population has declined by 70%. And it goes through to black tern, they've declined 80%. And we just heard in the last session about the value of wetlands to the natural system. And when you lose that number, and we're continuing to lose them every day, then you have real consequences to the health of not just the water bodies, but the communities that line them as well.
Is there anything that can be done to reverse that?
Absolutely. 2 years ago, after 15 years of study, input from 180 individuals and organizations, and $50 million, the IJC, the International Joint Commission, who you've heard referred to today, referred a new management plan to the two federal governments, Canada and the U.S. It sat there for 2.5 years. We need the very simple signature of Minister of Global Affairs Dion and Secretary of State Kerry on these documents, and we'll begin to reverse the degradation of the wetlands.
And once that happens, how long do you think it would take?
It's a book. It's a book of rules for how the dam operates. It should be instantaneous, and it's at no cost. It would begin the second largest wetland restoration project in North America, second only to the Everglades, at zero cost.
So the next several weeks are pretty crucial to what you're trying to do.
I'm very busy the next several weeks, we have organizations all across North America. WWF Canada is a great partner for us, Nature Conservancy and other organizations, American Rivers. We're working very hard because in April, American Rivers designated the St. Lawrence River as one of the 10 most endangered in America, simply because of the failure of the two governments to enact this plan. So we're trying to capitalize on that bad news to say the good news is, with the stroke of two pens, we can change this.
So once all the documents are signed and everything, what needs to be done to reverse the damage?
It's just communicated to the operators of the Moses Saunders Power Dam, and we begin the process.
Thank you so much for your time, Lee.
Thank you very much for
Appreciate it.
covering this.